We're back with Elite Ball Knowledge. Week 2 of it. Let's go. We've got our next two teams. Last week,
You guys don't know yet.
Yeah, you don't know them yet. We know them. We're about to know them anyway, so it doesn't matter. We've got my team here. Last week you went first, right?
Yeah, so you go ahead. You take the floor.
I will
Run
start
with it.
off this week. We're talking about the 1984 Rockets. So this team,
The crowd goes wild.
so this team was pretty interesting. They had a record of 29-53. Their coach was Bill Fitch. Yeah, I think it was Fitch or Finch.
What you call? Oh,
Did I say
you
Fitch?
started meshing words. No, you said Bill Bitch. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Bill Bitch. Yeah, screw him in particular.
Yeah, their head coach, motherfucker, is over here.
He actually just arrived on the Rockets this year in 1984 after being fired from Boston. He was there for about 5 years. He was fired again and then went and worked for the New Jersey Nets. He coached for about 26 seasons, won two Coach of the Year awards in 76 and 1980, and was named top 10 coach in NBA history in 1997.
Ooh.
All right, so their starting five is Phil Ford, Lewis Lloyd, Rodney McRae, Caldwell Jones, and Ralph Sampson this year. So this is actually Ralph Sampson's rookie year, where they drafted him with the number 1 pick. He won Rookie of the Year, was named All-NBA second team, and was also an All-Star. They also drafted Rodney McRae at 3, who was a solid player for them for a couple of years before leaving for the Kings.
They had the number 1 and number 3 overall pick.
They did.
Holy guacamole!
That's some 2K. That's some me 2K GM.
Yeah, that's some. Yeah. Ben as a 2K GM will end up with all 5 first round, like first 1 through 5 first round
Listen,
picks.
I'm the finesse master at 2K.
I randomly hop on and I'm like, "Hey Ben, how's your season going?" He's like, "Yeah, I drafted Luka, Shea, and Jalen Brunson." Like, oh.
How did you manage that? Don't ask questions you don't want the
Yeah.
answers to. This year, so back to the Rockets. They missed the playoffs this year. In fact, they were the worst team in the West behind the Clippers, who won a single game more than them. And this is also Elvin Hayes' final year, where he played for the Rockets in his first 4 years in the league before going out to the Bullets/Wizards because, franchise change while he was there. And then returned in 1982 to finish out his career for the last 3 years of his career. But other than that, not a whole lot going on for the 1984 Rockets. A couple of key role players. I mentioned him a minute ago. Rodney McRae played for about 10 seasons, averaged 11, 6, and 2. In his prime, he was considered one of the best point of attack defenders, and he made all defensive all defensive first team and all defensive second team in back-to-back years. And was traded to the Kings in 1990. So he played for the Rockets about 6 years.
Okay.
And then their power forward, Caldwell Jones, who was an interesting player, I'll say the least. So played for about 17 years, played for about 17 seasons, and his longest tenure was with the 76ers. This season, he averaged a little under 10 points, 7 boards, and 2 assists. In his first 2 years in the league, he averaged 3.5 blocks and 18 points.
Wow.
He made 2 all-defensive first teams, and in 1981, he was ranked 30th in MVP voting after averaging 7 points, 10 boards, and 2.5 stocks. So he got a vote. He got a vote. 1981.
Who let bro's dad on the ballot, bro?
And then in his first 3 years, he was a solid player averaging around 15 points a game until he was traded twice in the same season, where
Mhm.
he started in San Diego, then was traded to Kentucky Colonels, and then finally landed on the St. Louis Spirits before
Mhm.
the ABA and the NBA combined. And he would only average like I said, he did not average 10 points this season. He did not average 10 points again for the rest of his career after this whole
Oh
thing
wow.
happened. So a player that was averaging over 3.5 blocks in his first 2 years gets traded twice, gets plays for 3 different teams in one season, and
Mhm.
never touches 10 points again. And that's all I've got. My segment's a little short, but that's what I've got for the
Yeah.
1984 Rockets.
My segment's gonna be a little short. I also got a kind of my team was just hard to research. There wasn't anything fun going on. I got the 2023 Orlando Magic. Not a very fun team. Nothing really going on in the NBA. No rule changes, no anything. Because the I was thinking that like maybe the play-in tournament started this year, but the play-in was 2021. So to give you insight on what the league looked like, so the champs were the Denver Nuggets against the Miami Heat 4-1.
Right.
So that was Jokic and Jamal Murray's first ring. Um, MVP that year, that was Joel Embiid's gimme ring after
Mm.
Luca or not Luca, after Nikola Jokic's back to back. I was hoping for the trilogy and then Embiid got it. I don't think Embiid necessarily deserved it. I think Luca should have won it over him. Luca was averaging like 33. Luca was damn near averaging a triple double.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Embiid was averaging 33 and 10, but it's whatever. And then Finals MVP, you had Nikola Jokic. Rookie of the Year, we'll get to him in a little bit. Paolo Banchero.
Of course.
Defensive Player of the Year, Jaren Jackson Jr. Coach of the Year, your homeboy, Mike Brown.
Let's go. Light the beam. Light the beam here. Oh.
And then the All NBA team for the 2023 season would have been Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jason Tatum, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Joel Embiid. So that was what the NBA looked like, right?
Mhm.
The 2023 not Utah, 2023 Orlando Magic
Okay.
were 34 and 48, which put them 13th in the East. But they did have a 12 win jump from the previous year, going 22 and 60, giving them the first overall pick to draft Paolo Banchero.
Okay.
So their head coach was Jamal Mosley.
Mm.
Uh, Interesting way. I've never seen Jamal spelled this way. Jamahl.
That is interesting.
We're throwing unnecessary letters. If we were in Britain 200 years ago, they would have killed you for that extra letter. But so the 2023 Orlando Magic starting lineup would have been Markel Fultz, one of the biggest busts for number one overall pick in at least our generation, minus like
Mm.
Greg Oden and all of him. But Markel Fultz had 14 points per game, 5 assists, and surprisingly 51% field goal percentage. Gary Harris at shooting guard, who averaged 8 points and shot 43% from three. Franz Wagner with 18 points. Rookie Paulo Banchero, who averaged 20 points per game, 7 rebounds, giving him the Rookie of the Year award.
Mhm.
And then center Wendell Carter, who averaged 15 and 9, pretty much.
Okay.
So a very kind of young. We know this team now is a decent starting lineup with the getting rid of Markel Fultz and adding Jalen Suggs in. But, very young team, still trying to figure it all out. This was one of the youngest teams in the NBA at the time. I don't think a single starter was older than I want to say 24, 25 maybe. Um, but fun fact, this team was the tallest and longest wingspan wise across the NBA.
Really?
Yeah,
That's cool.
I was very interesting as well. A couple key bench players they had were Cole Anthony, one of my favorite Magic players in recent
Okay.
history.
Yeah, Cole Anthony was good.
Jalen Suggs at the time, who was on the bench.
Mhm.
Mo Wagner, brother of Franz Wagner, who is now on the Brooklyn Nets. Another fan favorite of mine, Bol Bol.
Bull.
Yes, and then Terrence Ross, and Jonathan Isaac. Fun fact: this team kind of had the injury bug.
Mm,
That starting lineup that I just named you only played 36 games together, and they went 18-18.
okay, so pretty even.
Very even, but when you look at the beginning of the season, they started off the 2023 season going 5-20, so not very
Yikes.
great. Yeah. A couple more fun facts about this team since there was nothing. They didn't make the playoffs. There's nothing interesting to go. So I was just looking at fun facts. In the season, they swept the Celtics, who uh were still a powerhouse.
Yeah.
So I thought it was interesting that they went 3-0 against the Boston Celtics, giving the injury bug, the kind of young lineup.
Yeah.
This would have been. They also had the biggest comeback of the 2023 season, and I want to say it was. Or wait, no, I'm mixing up two fun facts together. But the biggest comeback of that year against the Philadelphia 76ers, and that was a 21-point comeback.
Okay.
Um, and then this I thought was one of the better fun facts. They were the ninth team in NBA history to score 50 points in the first quarter, and they did that against the Atlanta Hawks. Yes, so 50 points in the first quarter for a team as young as them and who didn't produce that much.
Hmm.
That's one of those you look at it and you're like, damn, good for them.
Yeah.
Um, this year was Jonathan Isaac's first year back since I want to say could be wrong about the injury, but I think he tore his ACL. But first year back after 2.5 seasons missed.
Oh
So
gosh.
you can imagine the welcome he got.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, there was nothing really interesting about this team other than the fact that they got Paulo at one,
Mhm.
and they kind of built their what we know future, and it's only been 3 years off of
Yeah.
that. But they were a playoff team this year. They've made some right moves, got rid of Cole Anthony, kind of brought in some more bench players. Jamal Cain has been serviceable for them. And Paulo, it looks to only be going up, not at a great rate, but I'd give him a year or two, and I'd throw him in conversations for all NBA first, maybe even second team.
Oh, you're
But
high on and
I
Bankero.
I am, yeah. Even though I will preach that I hate the Magic, Wizards, Hawks. Paulo is one of the ones that I'm high on. So yeah, that's the 2023 Orlando Magic for you.
Wow. Okay. Um. Wow. You're
Yeah,
very high on Bankero. I cannot.
thanks.
I strongly disagree with that.
Which is funny because I'm contradicting myself in two different ways, considering he came from Duke as well,
You're like,
and he's on a
ah, I
team that
hate
I
the
hate.
Magic. Ah, I hate
I
Duke.
do hate the Magic. I hate Jalen Suggs. I really dislike Jalen Suggs.
What if he was on your team?
I would dislike him.
Oh, okay. You
Because
just,
he can consistently shoot like one for 11 from three, and that is sad to watch.
yeah, he's also just a great
What
defender, though. He's such a good
he is
defender.
great at defending. I hate his offense in every aspect about it, but he's a great defender.
Yeah, just yeah. Honestly, he'd probably thrive on the Hornets. Put him next to Con and Brandon Miller. Just tell him don't touch the ball. Just
Yeah,
don't.
you are here to play defense. You get their best fucking guard, and you stay on him. You do not
If
move.
you touch the ball, it should be because you're stealing it from them.
Yeah, exactly. You're only allowed to score on the fast break,
Exactly.
and even then, I'm clutching my pearls.
Okay.
Biting my nails.
All right, and that's the end of elite ball knowledge. A little bit shorter of a segment this time around, but